Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite tips for manifesting. If you want to fast track your manifestations, get rid of any time delays, then this is the perfect video for you. You might have heard of the idea that in law of attraction, the word don't doesn't ever work. So if you are trying to avoid something, if you say, I don't want this, I am really afraid of this, maybe there's something that makes you feel afraid or really anxious when you think about it because you really don't want it. But if you keep thinking about that thing that you don't want or things that you don't like, then they will come into your life inevitably because you are still thinking about that thing. It's like if you ever had to drive to LA and you're like, I don't want to run into traffic. I hope I really don't have to see any traffic today. I don't like traffic. And you're like thinking about it and it's making you anxious as you're like getting ready and you're like, oh, I'm running late. I'm worried I'm gonna hit traffic. And then of course you're gonna be stuck in traffic. So a fun little technique is to use this in your favor and to think about something you don't want, but it's actually something that you want to manifest. So maybe you want to manifest love into your life, or maybe you want to manifest success. You're gonna say, I don't actually want a relationship right now. I don't want to be in a new relationship right now. I am not ready to be in a relationship right now. This would be a really bad time for me to get into a relationship because I'm so busy. I have so many other things going on in my life. So you're going to think about why you don't want it. And then you're going to think about all of the reasons why it's not a good time for you. And because you're thinking about it in the sense of like, please don't come into my life right now, what's gonna happen is it's gonna come into your life so much faster than if you were actually trying to manifest it. Really what you're doing by saying, I don't want this thing in my life right now, it's not a good time for me. What you're doing is you're removing all of the resistance that may be there if you were trying to do it the other way around. If you were saying, I want to manifest love into my life, there might be baggage or resistance that might come with that. If it's something that you've been trying to manifest but you haven't been able to, there could be some negativity that might come up. But if you say, you know what, now it's not a good time, I don't actually want that, you're taking away the resistance and it's going to speed it up for you. And if it's for success, maybe you're thinking, now it's not a good time for me. I don't want to manifest new opportunities right now because I have a lot going on. I'm really busy and I don't want the additional responsibilities. I don't want to have to think about it and figure it out. Now it's not the best time. And of course, as soon as you have these thoughts and these feelings about it, then of course it's going to come in really quickly. The next topic I want to talk about is your connections. Whenever you want to manifest something, it's always going to be connections that get you there. Connections to other people, connections to the universe, connections to your subconscious. You don't live in a bubble and you always create and co-create with the universe. So getting the things that you want, you're always going to get them through the people and the connections that you have. So it's important to kind of think about yourself within this bigger frame and within this bigger context. And if you are trying to manifest more into your life, what I want you to think about is what kind of value are you adding to the people and the connections in your life? What kind of value are you adding to the universe? Because what you put out is what you receive. So if you're trying to manifest big things, I want you to think about creating value, how you can create value not only for yourself and not only for your life, but for the people around you, your immediate circle, but also for the universe. And of course, we don't want to think about putting out value and creating value and helping others just so you can better yourself. But at the end of the day, you always get back what you put out because your reality is a reflection of who you are. So if you're someone who is always trying to help your friends, trying to help others, you're always creating value by providing positivity or by being helpful in some way. Maybe it's something as small as being a good friend, being a good listener, being a good partner. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back tenfold. So it's always important to think about the identity that you're creating every day, because every action, every moment of your life, you are manifesting, whether you realize it or not. Everything that you do, every thought that you have, if you're complaining about things throughout the day and you're putting out a lot of negativity, it's likely that that's going to come back to you. But if you're being positive, you're practicing gratitude, again, it's likely you're going to get back more of that. So think about the connections and the energies that you're putting out throughout the day for most of your day, because again, the majority of the energies and vibrations that you put out is the majority of the energy and vibrations that you're going to get back. The next thing I want to talk about is asking for something, but asking for it at the right moment. So what I mean by this is when you are trying to manifest something and you do your visualization and you ask for this big thing that you're trying to manifest into your life, instead of thinking about wanting it on a certain day, or instead of thinking about wanting it within a certain timeline or time frame, I want you to think about asking for it, asking to receive it at the best possible time, at the most divine timing. So asking for something, but with divine timing. And when you look back on the things that you have manifested in your life already, sometimes you might realize that there were things that didn't come as quickly as you wanted, but once they did come, once you did have them in your life, you look back and you realize that that was actually divine timing, that that was the right moment for you to receive it, because receiving it any other time would have caused issues. Or maybe you got it at the perfect time because there were these additional benefits that you would not have received otherwise. But at the time, while you were waiting and it felt like there was a time delay, you were probably frustrated and you were probably anxious because you just really wanted it when you wanted it. But divine timing is a funny thing because you aren't going to realize it until afterwards, until you can look back and things have gone full circle. Only then can you realize that that was the right time. That was the perfect time for you to receive it. So for the next thing that you want to manifest in your life, I want you to ask for it, but with divine timing. Ask to receive it at the most perfect time for you. And the funny thing about that is your manifestations always come in divine timing anyways. You're always going to get it at the best time. But when you do this, it's more for you to be able to realize and remember. It's kind of like a reminder to yourself that it's gonna happen at the right time, and you don't need to be stressed out about it. You don't need to have anxieties about when it's gonna come, because those things will create resistance. So when you realize that it's gonna happen at the perfect time for you no matter what, then you're able to let go of that resistance. You're able to relax and bring yourself back to the present moment, which is the best place for you to be. You want to stay present and not necessarily worry about these things that are coming in the future. Just stay grounded and stay present and focus on the now, and let the universe take care of the things that you are trying to manifest. Trust that they are already on their way and you don't necessarily need to do anything about it. You just have to stay present and worry about the now. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in this. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with someone who might also find it to be impactful. And I will see you next time. Bye!